Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Crawdads Streaming Network. Walnut Creek hosting the Alameda Merchants. Crawdads 20 and 15 entering this one. They won two straight. The Merchants 17 and 14. They won last night in San Bruno against the San Francisco Seagulls. Crawdads beat Menlo Park 10-6 last night. The day before, a 4-2 victory against these very Merchants in Alameda. Tari Limoncelli, Casey Kasliner on the call today. Casey, a super important game for Walnut Creek. It kind of feels like a must-win.
This does feel like a playoff game. I mean, the Crawdads have 3 games left to play. They're 1 game back of first place. And at the end of the day, this is one of those games that matters even more because of the first tiebreaker is head-to-head matchups. And right now, the Merchants have the head-to-head advantage. If they win today, they'll clinch it.
Yeah, Merchants leading the season series 4-3 right now against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Crawdads a game back, like you mentioned, Casey. Both the San Luis Obispo Blues and the Sonoma Stompers sitting at 22 and 15. They'll both play today, so Crawdads fans might want to be scoreboard watching both the results of this one and those other couple of games here between the CCL North rivals. On the hill for Walnut Creek today, Carson Timothy. He'll be the guy to try and shut things down, keep the Merchant order in check. Dominic Nahar, Jace Jeremiah, Jackson Nystrom leading off. All righties against the right-handed Timothy. Former UC Santa Barbara guy, now going to Sac State. After those three, it's Aiden Tacklis, Jack Bollinger, Jerry Nix, and then Chase Ditmar, Emmett Finney, and Brendan O'Sullivan for the Merchants. Defensively, it's Cam Taylor at first, Hunter Hirayama at second, Riley Leininger at short, Cam Calvillo at third base, Zach Justice behind the dish, and then Joe Coupland in left, Trey Johnson in center, and Joey Donnelly in right. Nahar steps in for the Merchants. Timothy winds and delivers. Breaking ball outer third, called a strike. First pitch 403. Nice low 70s day here in Danville at Monte Vista High School. The 0-1-2 Nahar. Fouled back towards us, 0-2. Nahar's been the leadoff guy all season long for Alameda, a .310 hitter in 28 games. Currently on a 3-game hitless streak, though. Crawdads have held him in check 0 for 7 the first 2 games between these teams earlier in this week. The 0-1 is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Nahar's always a tough out. I mean, if you can get him out more than 2 times in a game, you're usually sitting pretty.
The 1-2 from Timothy flared over on the right side, foul. Donnelly gave it chase, but Crawdads catch a bit of a break off the end of the barrel.
The Merchants are such a top-heavy team. If you can get to the depth guys, you're usually in a good spot. But on the pitching end, we know how strong they can be.
Yeah, very deep bullpen for the Alameda Merchants. It'll be similar today. Bunch of guys available and ready to go. Still 1-2 at the dish to Nahar, the Cal State East Bay guy. He's the male freshman athlete of the year with the Pioneers this spring. The 1-2 from Timothy, breaking ball outside. 76-mile-an-hour curveball. 2-2 count to Nahar. This time a changeup in the dirt at 83. Full count on the leadoff right-hander. Nahar's last 2 hits came July 19th against the San Luis Obispo Blues. It's been a little while. The 3-2 hit deep into left center field, into the warning track, extra bases. Nahar rounding first, now over to second. Johnson picks it out of the dirt. So a leadoff double for Dominic Nahar. He was due, Casey.
Yeah, that's why he's such a good player. He can find both gaps so easily, and against a guy like Timothy who throws hard, you know he's going to get loud contact. That's the way to start the game for Dom Nahar.
Frankly, a little surprising he wasn't able to get a triple out of that, given his speed. That was hit really deep. Credit to Trey Johnson defensively. Either way, early runner in scoring position opportunity for Jace Jeremiah, the shortstop hitting in the 2 spot for Alameda. Another .310 hitter at the top of the order, but unlike Nahar, riding a 3-game hit streak entering today. Timothy Pierce at second, first offering to Jeremiah. Change up away. 1 ball and no strikes on the St. John's man.
You don't want to get Timothy in too deep of a hole, too, because you don't know how much length he can necessarily give you on a given day, since he's normally a reliever.
Yeah, his longest outing is 4 innings on the year. That was his first start against the Legends. The 1-0 hit into the air, center field. Trey Johnson is there to make the catch. Ranging over to his left, a nice play from the center fielder.
Yeah, good ball tracking from Trey. It's a big out number one. Sitting down, such a good hitter.
Now in the 3 spot is designated hitter Jackson Nystrom. Nystrom played last night against the Seagulls, but has not played against Walnut Creek this week. Prior to last night's appearance, had a 3-game hit streak in the San Luis Obispo series when the Merchants traveled down there. First offering from Timothy, breaking ball hits Nystrom in the back. Curveball left the hand early.
Saw a lot of hit by pitches yesterday. Maybe that'll be a theme today as well.
Crawdads would like to avoid a theme like that, but either way, 2 early base runners in the top of the first for Alameda. It's a cleanup man, Aiden Tackless from the left side. Tackless had 3 hits in 2 games earlier this week against the Crawdads. 3 for 8. 3 runs driven in. Left-handed right fielder, formerly of Manhattan College, now committed to New Mexico State. Timothy's first delivery, swing and a miss. Nasty changeup there.
Double play depth for the infield. Want to get a ground ball here out of Timothy.
Pitcher's best friend. Crawdad defense would love that. Here's the 0-1 to Tackless. Fastball up and away, check swing. He did not go. 1 ball and 1 strike. Timothy, a rising sophomore heading into Sac State, didn't play at UCSB in 2024, redshirted, and made 2 appearances there this spring. The 1-1 fastball outside. 2-1. 92-mile-an-hour heater there from Timothy.
Great velocity so far.
Yeah, he's mostly gone with the off-speed stuff. First fastball in a while. Now the 2-1. 80-mile-an-hour changeup on the outer third. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tackless. Timothy making his 9th appearance on the hill for Walnut Creek, just his 2nd start. 1-1 with a 1.62 ERA. Timothy steps off, peers over to second. Nahar retreats safely. Still 2-2. 2 runners aboard for the Merchants, 1 out in the top of the first. The 2-2 from Timothy. Soft ground ball to first. Taylor collects, throws to second for 1. The throwback to first, not in time. Both Timothy and Taylor were covering the bag. Looks like interference on the leading base runner there, Nystrom, so it'll be a double play off of that. Crawdads catch a break, will head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless. Welcome back to the bottom of the first on the Crawdads streaming network. Still scoreless between the Merchants and Walnut Creek. Right-hander Tyson Pereira on the hill for Alameda, the San Jose State man. Transferred from Delta College. His first season with the Spartans, appeared in 8 games, 2 of them starts. Struck out 8 hitters in 12 2/3 innings pitched. Facing a dangerous top of the Crawdad order, Ryan Ellis, Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly to lead this off. Then it's Zach Justice, Cam Taylor, and Riley Leininger. After that, Joe Coupland, Trey Johnson, Hunter Hirayama, to round it out. Defensively, for Alameda, it's Emmett Finney at first, Brennan O'Sullivan at second, Jace Jeremiah at shortstop, Chase Dittmar at third, then Jack Bollinger, Dominic Nahar, and Aiden Tackless left to right field. Jerry Nix getting the start behind the dish. So in walks Ryan Ellis, guy who's currently in the portal after a couple seasons at St. Mary's and UT Arlington, hitting .241 in 27 games for Walnut Creek, but most importantly, Casey, he's been on a tear of late. 4 extra base hits in his last 3 games, including 5 runs driven in that span.
It's kind of the perfect leadoff guy, gets on base consistently.
Pereira's first offering to Ellis, fastball away at 86 miles an hour. 1-0. Ellis had a double yesterday, then a 3-run home run. Also had the go-ahead single on Wednesday against these Merchants that scored 2. First offering driven deep into right field, down for extra bases. Ellis rounding first, he'll head into second. Second leadoff double in 2 days for Ryan Ellis.
Yeah, now 4 straight games, the double for him. That's impressive stuff out of him.
Absolutely. Just as the Crawdads really needed a rally late in the season, Ryan Ellis has been the hero.
Yeah, kind of replicating what Nahar was able to do last inning. Hopefully this time, though, the Crawdads can capitalize.
That is absolutely the goal for Walnut Creek, and Cam Calvillo, first man with an RBI chance for the Crawdads. Calvillo 1 for 3 last night in the win over the Legends, had an RBI single. I think .243 in 20 games for Walnut Creek in his 4th year with the team. Pereira kicks and deals, a breaking ball at the knee, strike 1. Ellis 2 stolen bases on the season, taking a big lead over at second. No one covering for Alameda yet. Pereira's 0-1 to Calvillo. Breaking ball hit high in the air on the left side, now trailing into foul territory. And Bollinger makes the grab. Ellis tagging over from second. He's into third safely.
That's a really good play from Bollinger. On the backhand and sliding in foul territory, almost bouncing into the fence as well.
And now looks like the umpires finally calling Ellis safe. Looks like there was some confusion. The Merchants thought he might not have tagged. Either way, it's a productive out nonetheless for Cam Calvillo. First runner of the day, 90 feet away. Wind blowing straight in from center field, but Joey Donnelly is up. Crawdad right fielder 0 for his last 9, Casey. Broke a 10-game hitting streak on Tuesday against these Merchants right here at Monte Vista. First offering to the lefty, breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hitless in back-to-back games for the first time this year.
Yeah, Donnelly has just been stellar for Walnut Creek, an all-star selection. He's consistently been their best hitter all year long. 357 average entering today. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Low heater from Pereira. Donnelly hits in 23 of 30 games played. Former Cal Golden Bear heading to Fordham in the Bronx. The 1-1, swing and a miss.
He's been swinging and missing in a lot of pitches lately, especially yesterday.
Yeah, he's been trying to make some adjustments earlier in batting practice today, working with Crawdad hitting coach Derek Nicholson. We'll see if he can find the answers here soon. Pereira with the 1-2 to Donnelly. Slapped foul on the left side, out of play. He'll do it again. Donnelly did get a walk on Wednesday against the Merchants in Alameda, later scored on a wild pitch. Brought the Crawdads within 1. The 1-2 yet again. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nix picks it up, but it's 2-2 on Donnelly. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Ellis over at third for Walnut Creek. Zach Justice in the hole, or on deck rather. The 2-2. Donnelly hits it hard on the ground to second. O'Sullivan collects, throws to first for the out, but Ellis scores. Walnut Creek with a 1-0 lead early.
If you're Donnelly, you'll take it at this point. You're slumping a little bit, but again, a productive out, and the Crawdads know every run will matter in a game like this.
Absolutely. That's the 24th run driven in for Donnelly on the season. Nothing to snob at here. 2 down, bottom of the first for Zach Justice. Crawdads with a 1-0 lead. Justice went 0 for 4 on Wednesday against the Merchants in Alameda. First pitch to him, a breaking ball away. 1-0. Justice, a 188 hitter in 17 games for the Crawdads, but leads the team in home runs. Tied for the lead with Joe Coupland. The 1-0. Fouled on the ground, third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike to the starting catcher today for Walnut Creek. Justice had a 3-game hitting streak entering Wednesday's game against the Merchants. 5 hits, including a double in the past 2. The 1-1 driven high in the air, left field side, trailing out of play. If that was fair, it was gone.
Yeah, it was just well foul.
Crawdads have really flashed the power of late. Casey, 3 home runs yesterday, 1 via Ryan Ellis, like we talked about. Joe Coupland with 2 yesterday as well. Ball really flew at the College of San Mateo. Pereira's 1-2 to Justice. Swing and a miss. 87-mile-an-hour heater low and away. Crawdads get 1 across in the bottom of the first. Led to the top of the second now. Alameda up to bat, trailing by 1. Back live for the top of the second in the Creek. Crawdads leading by 1. Alameda Merchants up to bat. 5, 6, 7 due up. Jack Bollinger, Jerry Nixon, Chase Dittmar. Carson Timothy, the starter today for Walnut Creek, trying to get through his second inning of work. Allowed the leadoff double to Dominic Nahar. Then induced a fly out, a hit by pitch, and then a double play off of base runner interference. First offering to the lefty, Bollinger. Breaking ball away. 1 ball and no strikes. Bollinger, the starting left fielder for Alameda. The 1-0 to him. Breaking ball right down the middle. Looped into the knees, elevation-wise. 1-1. Bollinger, 227 hitter in 13 games. The 1-1 hit hard on the ground, foul, first base side. 1-2 count on the graduate from Westmont College. Bollinger was 1 for 5 against the Crawdads in that 7-4 win on Tuesday, but got ejected. The 1-2 from Timothy. Fastball in on the hands. Soft ground ball to short. Leininger collects, throws in time. There's that arm from Riley Leininger really showing itself early in this one. Without that, might have been a closer play.
Yeah, I mean, he has easily the best arm on the team. He can really flash it.
Absolutely, did it there. 1 down in the top of the second for the catcher, Jerry Nix, hitting from the right side. Hitting 176 in 5 games. Was 0 for 5 on Tuesday against the Crawdads. Carson Timothy's first offering outside. Crawdads would love to get some length out of Timothy here as he delivers the 1-0. Fastball hit high on the ground to Hirayama, who collects and throws to first. Really athletic play from the second baseman there.
My goodness, I mean, he ranged to his left into really the first base spot almost. It's great stuff.
Absolutely, he's been a defensive wizard. And now his fourth game for Walnut Creek. Came in late on Tuesday, his first appearance. Had a nice backhand stop there, and since then has been a stalwart. Either way, 2 down for Chase Dittmar in the 7-hole, the third baseman for Alameda. UNLV guy hitting 167 this year. First pitch from Timothy, breaking ball floats into the lower outer corner. 1 strike. Now the 0-1 from Timothy. Breaking ball, same location, same result. Strike 2. A little bit of a bite that time from Dittmar as well. Now we'll have to protect, 2 down. The 0-2 from Timothy. Swing and a miss. Gets him with the curveball yet again. Carson Timothy sees 3, sits down 3. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Crawdads with an opportunity to extend the lead right after this. Welcome back to the bottom of the second here on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Crawdads up to bat, leading by 1. 5, 6, 7 due up. Cam Taylor, Riley Lanninger, Joe Coupland. Cam Taylor, the first baseman, has been excellent of late, Casey. He's made a nice adjustment, able to go the other way, and it's resulted in hits in 6 of his last 7 games. Facing Tyson Pereira in his second inning of work. Allowed a run on 1 hit in the first. First offering to Taylor, swing and a miss. 85-mile-an-hour heater. 0-1 to Taylor, who's also walked quite a lot in the past couple of days. 5 in his last 2 games. Now only has 1 more strikeout than he has walks, 22-21. The 0-1. Off speed at the knees, called a strike. Cam Taylor clearly didn't agree with it. Argues a little bit with home plate umpire Matt Boulos.
Yeah, quickly an 0-2 hole. Taylor's done a good job, though, on 2 strike counts. We saw yesterday knock 1 to the outfield, but want to recover here.
Yeah, had that RBI single on the 2 strike count. The 0-2 from Pereira this time, fastball well outside. 1-2 to Cam Taylor, the Georgia native, grew up 30 minutes outside of the Atlanta area. He's bounced around 3 colleges, looking for his 4th. The 1-2. Fastball bounces at home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taylor, a .247 hitter in 25 games. He's been on base safely in every game he's appeared in. First at bat here from the left side. The 2-2 from Pereira. Slow breaking ball inside, called a strike. 74-mile-an-hour curveball there.
Taylor does best when he's, again, swinging on 2 strikes, and that's a tough pitch to swing at, but again, you got to protect.
Yeah, anything close, as they say. Nice offering from Pereira to get the first out in the bottom of the second. Brings up Riley Leininger, shortstop playing in the 6 hole. Leininger, a .250 hitter this year, all-star selection for Walnut Creek. First offering from Pereira, fastball away. 1-0 to Leininger, riding a 3-game hit streak. Has 4 hits in the past 3 days, 2 of them doubles. The 1-0 to the big lefty, another fastball outside. Leininger, Georgetown, Texas native, originally went to Oklahoma out of high school, but redshirted this spring as a freshman and has hit the transfer portal. Pereira from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-0. Leininger fouls it back. Third straight fastball from the righty hurler. Seen him mix in both the changeup and the curveball on previous Crawdad hitters. Got Cam Taylor looking on the curveball, obviously, in the last at-bat. We'll see what he brings home here. The 2-1. Leininger hits it hard on the ground to second. O'Sullivan puts the glove on it, throws to first. 2 retired. And 1 on in the bottom of the second for Joe Coupland.
Kind of what we expected so far in this game. Crawdads, of course, lead 1-0, playing a little small ball last inning. This is one of those games where offense is going to come at a premium, just knowing who's going to pitch today.
Absolutely. We saw the same thing on Wednesday in Alameda. Crawdads just squeaked by in a 4-2 win. Here's Coupland, who hit 2 home runs last night. Now tied for the team lead with 3 on the year. First offering from the righty Pereira, fouled away. No balls and 1 strike to Coupland, the Chabot College Gladiator. Now upped his average to .214 on the year after going 2 for 4 last night. 3 runs batted in. Also reached on a walk. The 0-1. Slow breaking ball, swing and a miss. 76 miles an hour there from Pereira. San Jose State Spartans looked good early in this appearance here, making just his 2nd outing of the year for Alameda. The 0-2 to Coupland. Fouled back off the end of the bat. 85-mile-an-hour heater upstairs. Still 0-2. Pereira first pitched on July 19th against the San Luis Obispo Blues, a game the Merchants lost 6-4. But he went 4 innings, just 3 hits allowed, no runs. The 0-2 once again to Coupland. Curveball opposite batter's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Coupland's another guy. Confidence is so important for him. Not a guy who plays every day, but we saw yesterday when he felt comfortable, he was able to swing the bat really, really well.
Absolutely. He now has hits in 3 of his last 4 games. He's seen a lot more playing time lately. Started 2 games in left field now. The 1-2. Fouled back. Coupland stays alive. No one on, 2 down in the bottom of the second. Crawdads a 1-0 lead. Coupland's first home run was the first game of the year for Walnut Creek against these very Alameda Merchants, all the way back on June 6th. The 1-2 to Coupland, breaking ball on the outer third, stuns him. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tyson Pereira. We'll head to the top of the third. Alameda trying to cut into the 1-0 deficit right after this. Back for the top of the third on the Crawdads streaming network. Alameda Merchants trailing by 1 as they're up to bat in the top half of this one. Emmett Finney, Brendan O'Sullivan, Dominic Nahar. 8-9-1 due up against Carson Timothy, who retired the last 3 he saw in the second after allowing 1 hit in the first. Left a runner stranded after the runner interference double play. Here comes Finney, the former Crawdad, hitting .236 on the year in 20 games. First pitch, a swing and a miss. 82-mile-an-hour changeup from Timothy. Efficient outing thus far from Carson as he kicks and fires the 0-1. Another changeup away, strike 2. Finney, another San Jose State Spartan, appeared in 4 games for them this spring. The 0-2. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Finney.
He's also a former Crawdad.
He is. Spent a year at Ohlone College, then Chabot. And obviously played with Walnut Creek last summer. The 1-2, fastball right down the middle, 90 miles an hour. Gets Finney looking.
That's back-to-back strikeouts for Carson Timothy. And again, we've seen really good filth from both pitchers so far today, painting the corners.
Command has been pinpoint in this one, Casey, shaping up to be a pitcher's duel. See how long that lasts. Both these bullpens for the Crawdads and the Merchants have been good all season long. O'Sullivan steps in, first offering hit hard on the ground to third. Calvillo collects the throw to first. Pulls Taylor off the bag. Was he in time though? No! Taylor thought he got the tag on O'Sullivan. So now umpires are going to confer. Manager Brent Cummings coming out for Walnut Creek, trying to get what the heck happened.
I thought the tag was clear as day. I mean, he's pulled off the bag for sure, but he got him on the knee area, his right knee.
I tend to agree with you, Casey. I'm not quite sure why they called him safe.
I mean, talk about the play from Calvillo, though.
Umpires confer, they get the ruling correct. A wonderful pick and throw from Cam Calvillo at third. Two down in the top of the third. Lineup turns over. It's Dominic Nahar up. Had a leadoff double in the top of the first, but only went as far as third. First pitch from Timothy. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Nahar broke up his 3-game hitless streak. See if he can have a multi-hit game here. The 1-0 from Timothy. Check swing on the breaking ball, called a strike. 82-mile-an-hour pitch there from Timothy. Now the 1-1. Change up low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Saw Nahar with a really good at-bat, battling his first time up as well.
Yeah, got that hit on the 0-2 count. 2-1 to him. High chopper foul on the third base side. 2-2. Timothy, 3 years at Pioneer High School, where he played varsity baseball, was a pitcher and a shortstop. Set the school's single-season record with 106 strikeouts as a senior. The 2-2, fastball on the outer third, strike 3 called. Nahar down looking, Carson Timothy. He's seen 6 and retired 6 in the last 2 innings. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Walnut Creek still leading by 1. Back live for the bottom of the third in Danville, Monte Vista High School specifically. Crawdads up to bat, leading by 1 over the Alameda Merchants. Trey Johnson, Hunter Hirayama, and Ryan Ellis up to bat. Johnson and Hirayama 8 and 9, taking their first hacks of the day. Tyson Pereira still on the hill. He's allowed just 1 run on 1 hit, both of which came in the first inning. Retired all 3 he saw in the second, much like Carson Timothy. First offering to the lefty Johnson. Fastball outer third, called a strike.
Keeps painting the outside corner. Did that a lot last inning as well.
He's especially taking advantage of it against the lefty hitters for Walnut Creek. The 0-1 to Johnson. Fastball away. Tried to hit the same location, but missed it this time. 1-1 to Johnson, the Skyline College man. Hitting 238 in 26 games for the Dads this summer. The 1-1. Hit high in the air, infield. Right side, the first baseman, Finney's going to come in and catch it. 1 retired in the bottom of the third. Hunter Hirayama, the second baseman, up in the 9 spot. Hirayama, the former St. Mary's Gale, got his first hit as a Crawdad yesterday. He went 1 for 5 against the Legends with a single. 1 for 9 on the year.
Nearly homered on a foul ball as well.
He did indeed. First pitch from Pereira. Fastball up and in, called a strike. Hirayama, 238 hitter and 58 games with St. Mary's, in the transfer portal at the moment. The 0-1. Breaking ball hit sharply into left field, down for a base hit. Nice line drive from Hirayama, his second hit as a Crawdad.
Yeah, good time as well, because the lineup flips over now, and we know how dangerous Ellis can be now with a guy on base.
Absolutely. Ellis has been dynamite in the last 3 games, including today. Doubles in each of the last 4 for the designated hitter. Hirayama, a guy who has speed over at first base. Stole quite a few bags with the St. Mary's Gales. Pereira steps off before the first offering to Ellis. Now he's back in, working from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. Ellis hits it high in the air, foul territory on the left side, out of play. Oh, 0-1 to Ryan Ellis. Last appeared in collegiate action 2024 at UT Arlington. 298 hitter in 54 games. Got his degree, but didn't play this spring. Has 1 year of eligibility left as a rising redshirt senior. Pereira throws back to first. Hirayama slides safely. The 0-1 to Ellis. Hirayama takes off. The throw from Nix behind the plate. In time. Hirayama called out at second base. Call at the dish was a ball to Ellis.
It's a really nice throw from Nix. We've seen some good defense from him. Not expecting that to slow down.
Great throw, like you mentioned there. 1-1 count. Now no one on the base paths in the bottom of the third for Walnut Creek. Gust of wind blowing in. The 1-1. Ellis checks his swing on the low off-speed pitch. Killed a third. He did not go around, so it's a ball. Ellis, the third-year Crawdad, last played with the team in 2023. Having a very nice 2025 as well. The 2-1. Swings and misses. 73-mile-an-hour curveball. Ellis thought he had it there, swung out of his shoes. Nice bite, though, from Pereira.
Yeah, I think he got maybe a little piece of it, but again, Pereira again with some really good command so far in this game. Haven't really seen bad misses from him yet. Same could be said for Timothy.
Absolutely. Both pitchers in this game have been dominant, locating pretty much everything for strikes. 2-2 at the dish to Ellis. 6 RBIs in his past 3 games. The 2-2. Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Jeremiah collects the throw in time. So the Crawdads initially get a base runner. Hirayama on the single. He's caught stealing. And then Ellis grounds out. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Alameda up, trailing 1. We're back for the top of the fourth. Alameda Merchants up to bat, trailing by 1 against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 2-3-4 due up. Jace Jeremiah, Jackson Nystrom, and Aiden Takalas facing Carson Timothy, who's sent the last 6 down in order after a leadoff base runner in the top of the first. Jeremiah lined out into center field his first time up. Forced Trey Johnson to move over to his left. Timothy kicks and deals. Breaking ball down the middle, strike 1.
And again, we talked about how top-heavy this Alameda team is. Not to say that the guys in the bottom part of the order aren't good hitters, but this top 3 is so good.
The 0-1 from Timothy. Change up outside, 1-1. But you're absolutely right, Casey. Each of the top 3 entered today hitting .310, as opposed to the bottom of the order. It's been up and down, mostly at 200 or below. The 1-1 to Jeremiah, slapped foul on the right side, out of play.
And that's why that top of the first was so important. You allowed a lead up, or Timothy allowed a leadoff double to Nahar. And you got some good contact out of Jeremiah, but nothing dangerous, keeping this game level.
Pitching so important today, as Timothy's 1-1, swing and a miss. 80-mile-an-hour changeup.
That's now 4 strikeouts for Timothy in his last 5 batters faced.
Excuse me, they're going to call it a foul ball. Jeremiah just got a piece of it. So 1-2. Timothy looking for the put away. Flared into shallow right field. Joey Donnelly tracks it and puts it into the glove.
Strikeout, fly out, same result.
Basically, Crawdads will take it. That's the bottom line. 1 out for Jackson Nystrom. No one on in the top of the fourth. Designated hitter was hit by a pitch in the first, but was later called out on the ground ball from Aiden Takalas. The out was clearly made at second, and then umpires ruled that Nystrom interfered with the throw. First offering, a high heater, swing and a miss. 91 miles an hour from Timothy as we get some eccentric shouting from the right field crowd here to see Joe Coupland play again. The 0-1 to Nystrom. Looping breaking ball on the outer third. No balls and 2 strikes to Nystrom. University of San Francisco man, a rising senior. Did not play this spring. The 0-2. Changeup misses high. 1-2. Nystrom in 2024 at UCF. He had 429 in limited action. Prior to that, went to Aloni. The 1-2 fouls it off of his ankle.
I won't feel too good.
No, not at all. Still 1-2 at the dish. Timothy has only allowed earned runs in 2 of his appearances this year, as he kicks and fires the 1-2, low away changeup, strike 3 swinging. Nystrom looked silly on that one, Casey.
He did. And Timothy continuing to rock the strike zone, working around it as well. It's now 4 strikeouts for Timothy. Really looking like a big game for him coming up.
Absolutely. He's retired 8 straight batters as Aiden Tackless, the lefty, comes up. First offering. Looping breaking ball just misses. 74 miles an hour from Timothy. Looked like it might have missed just a bit high. Either way, the 1-0. Fastball at the knees. Strike one called. Timothy dials up to 91 there.
His velo hasn't really gone down either since the start of this game. It doesn't appear.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 81 mile an hour changeup with some arm side run. And you're absolutely right, Casey. Everything has been around the same. Fastball sitting 91, the changeup at 81, and then the curveball mid-70s. Here's the 1-2 to Tackless. Changeup away at 80 miles an hour. 2-2.
Good take from Tackless. It's a really close pitch.
Absolutely. Timothy's stuff, so much movement and deception. Very keen eye from Tackless there, the San Francisco man. The 2-2. Curveball down the middle. Timothy stuns him with the curve. 2 straight strikeouts to end the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame. Crawdads coming up to bat right after this. We're back in the creek for the bottom of the 4th. Walnut Creek leading by 1 up to bat against the Alameda Merchants. 2-3-4, Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly, and Zach Justice taking hacks against Tyson Pereira. Has allowed just 1 run on 2 hits through 3 innings thus far. Right-hander from San Jose State's done a magnificent job commanding his pitches. Mid-80s fastball and a really nice curveball. So here's Calvillo, flew out foul territory in left field, his first time up. First offering from Pereira, upstairs fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Calvillo hitting .243 this year. Played for the Crawdads last summer, hit .341 in 35 games. The 1-0. Slow breaking ball popped up, foul territory on the right side. Nick's trying to track it, and it's off the Crawdad dugout. Calvillo stays alive, 1-1.
Couple of arms up in the bullpen for Alameda.
So we'll have to see how short the leash is on Pereira here in the bottom of the 4th. Merchants with a very deep bullpen, KC. They've got a lot of guys who've been really effective all season long. Huge game, both teams trying to keep it close and keep their playoff hopes alive with a win. The 1-1 to Calvillo. Breaking ball, outer third, strike 2. 71 mile an hour curveball that time from Pereira. Calvillo going back to Cal State Northridge for his senior season. The 1-2 to him. Fastball driven into shallow left field. Bollinger comes on to make the catch. 2 flyouts to left field for Calvillo in this one. 1 down in the bottom of the 4th for Joey Donnelly. Donnelly grounded out to second his first time up, but drove in a run. Ellis scored from third. Donnelly 0 for his last 9, entered today. .357 hitter in 30 games. Best hitter on the Crawdads in the 3-hole. Pereira's first offering to the lefty. Off speed at the knees. Strike one.
Looks like AJ Gamboa is one of the guys up right now and warming for Alameda.
Good to know. The 0-1 to Donnelly. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch lower in the zone. Gets the bite. 0-2 count to Donnelly. 0 for 5 last night against the Legends. 0 for 3 against the Merchants on Wednesday. Pereira winds and deals. Swing and a miss. 3 straight breaking balls from Pereira to get Donnelly.
Yeah, and he struggled with the swinging strike. Might be something mental, but he wants to get back on his game. It's a big game for him to step up and get off the slump. Tough to see him strike out.
Absolutely, he's been awesome all season long, and now with the playoffs close, he'll want to get it right. Either way, 2 down for Zach Justice in the cleanup spot. Struck out swinging in the first to end that inning. Pereira deals breaking ball in the zone. Strike one. Justice, the San Diego State commit after 2 seasons at Oregon, played in just 2 games. Both of them this spring. He redshirted in 2024. The 0-1. Justice hits it hard on the ground, third base side, foul. Quickly 0-2 to the Crawdad catcher. Top-ranked catching prospect in Oregon, a 9.0 perfect game grade as a prospect. No, he's got the swing. Hasn't produced a ton this year. The 0-2. Soft line drive, left field. Justice with a base hit.
Has so much pull side power, and when he hits one on the ground as well, it's so strong in his swing. Good to see him get aboard.
Yeah, he's a fantastic pull side hitter like we see there. Now it's a 2-out base runner for Cam Taylor. Struck out looking in the bottom of the second.
Looks like Rocco Borelli also up for Alameda warming up.
2 guys the Crawdads faced on Tuesday when the Merchants came in here to Monte Vista. We'll see who TC Fairfield goes to first, and more importantly, when. 2 outs, a runner on in the bottom of the 4th. Pereira's first pitch to Taylor. Fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
You never really know when TC Fairfield's going to take out a pitcher because he's the pitching coach, so he comes out. You never know if he's just talking to them or taking the guy out.
Exactly. Rather mysterious situation. The 1-0 to Taylor. Breaking ball down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor's best collegiate season came in 2024 at Andrew College. 344 hitter in 54 games, 49 runs driven in. Justice, a good lead at first, the 1-1. Taylor hits it high in the air, left field side into foul territory. Bollinger won't get there.
But the play Bollinger made earlier, I wasn't going to be surprised if he made that catch, but a little too far out of his reach.
Yeah, a little too much loop on the spin rate there. Taylor, rising redshirt junior, still has 2 years of eligibility, but despite being born 2001, one of the oldest players on the Crawdads.
I think he is the oldest.
Indeed, he'll turn 24 later this year. There's a throwback to first. Justice is safe. Pereira looks into Nix, has the call. The 1-2 to the lefty Taylor. Hit hard on the ground, up the middle. Jeremiah playing over on the shift at short. Loves it, flips to get Justice at second. So the Crawdads strand a base runner. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Alameda still trailing by 1. Welcome back to the top of the fifth. Alameda Merchants up to bat, trailing by 1 against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. It's 5, 6, 7. Jack Bollinger, Jerry Nix, and Chase Dittmar against Carson Timothy. He's gone through 4 innings of work. He's retired the last 9 batters in a row that he's faced. He's allowed just 1 hit on the day, a leadoff double to Nahar in the first. First offering to the lefty Bollinger, fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Timothy's longest outing, 4 innings on the year. The 1-0 to Bollinger fouled away. 79-mile-an-hour changeup. Timothy, 4 strikeouts today. Pardon me, 5. Had 21 entering today, so now sits at 26. The 1-1. Bollinger hits it on the ground to second. Hirayama collects. The throw to Taylor is in time. 10 straight retired for Carson Timothy.
He's done a great job today, and again, pitching for that weak contact. It's been all ground balls pretty much.
Absolutely. 1 down in the top of the fifth for Jerry Nix. Grounded out to second, his first time up in the second inning. Timothy kicks and deals. Breaking ball high. 1 ball and no strikes. I've actually seen quite a bit, Casey. Timothy hasn't really gotten the first pitch for a strike in a lot of these batters, but hasn't really mattered much to him. Here's the 1-0. Fastball hit hard on the ground to first. Taylor will take it to the bag himself.
Sorry, I was going to say, I feel like there's been a lot of questions about Cam Taylor's defense, and he's done a really good job at first these past few games.
Absolutely. He's been a stalwart over there. Really flashing the leather well. He's covered well. All around nice job. Now 2 down in the top of the fifth for Chase Dittmar. Timothy trying to go 1, 2, 3 for the 4th consecutive inning. First offering to the righty Dittmar. Breaking ball right down the middle. 81-mile-an-hour changeup. Dittmar struck out swinging in the second. He's played now 18 games for Alameda. The 0-1, a 91-mile-an-hour heater down the pipe. No balls, 2 strikes on Dittmar. Struggled all year long for Alameda, 167 average. Big wind gust picking up. Now the 0-2. Change up in the dirt, opposite batter's box.
Not a bad miss again. He's had a lot of close misses, and I feel like Timothy has just been controlling the outside part of the plate as well. It's really led to his success in getting ahead in these counts.
Absolutely, the Woodland native Timothy has been awesome so far. The 1-2. High chopper over to third. Calvillo collects the throw to Taylor in time. 4 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Carson Timothy. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Crawdads up to bat, leading by 1. Casey Kasliner taking over play-by-play duties right after this.
Welcome back to Danville. Crawdads with a 1-0 lead in this close one over the Merchants so far. Merchants only have 1 base hit so far. Crawdads with 3. Walnut Creek will have 6, 7, 8 due up here to start the top of the fifth inning, starting with Riley Leininger. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out. Tyson Pereira still on the hill. The right-hander has done a good job so far, but is losing. Right-hander against the lefty hitter Leininger, who digs in for the second time today. Pereira kicks and deals the first offering. Fastball high and away, 1-0. Pereira's done a good job so far. Has 3 strikeouts on the day. Trying to keep his team in this game. They trail 1-0. Pereira stares in, now winds and fires the 1-0. As Leininger hits it high up in the air, right center field, in the ballpark for Tackless. He makes the catch after running to his right for the first out of the top of the fifth.
Leininger just under that one, a little too far. Casey really well struck, though. I mean, you can see the bat speed and the exit velo off the barrel, just too high of a launch angle.
1 out in the top of the fifth for Joe Kuplin, who had a career day yesterday. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Today he's 0 for 1, the strikeout looking earlier in the game. Came back in the second inning as the right-hander digs in against the righty. Pereira stares in, now comes off the hill. Here's the first offering as Kuplin skies it high up in the air, left field straight away. It'll be Bollinger to make a few steps to his left for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts to start the top of the fifth for 2 outs.
Looks like Crawdads trying a little too hard to get something going on a deep fly ball, when right now the wind is not in their favor. They need to hit either hard ground balls or line drives to get something going here.
The wind is notorious at this point here at Monte Vista, but continuing today. As the lefty hitter, Trey Johnson, digs in. He popped out to first base his first time up. Pereira looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The first pitch, low and inside, 1-0. Fastball that time. Trey Johnson was the leadoff guy for the Crawdads to start this year. Has moved down in the order, but had a good game yesterday. 2 singles against Menlo in the win. Pereira on the first base side. He toes 1-0. Inside again. 2-0 quickly on Trey Johnson. And Trey has had a really good eye lately. 6 walks his last 3 games. 2 in each of the last 3 games. Really spaced out. He's done a good job. Pereira stares in. Now heaves home the 2-0. As Johnson hits it high up in the air, straightaway center field. Very high for Nahar. He'll track to his right and make the catch. So 3 flyouts for the Crawdads in the top of the fifth. 1 to left, 1 to center, 1 to right. They get no hits and no runs. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Walnut Creek. Top side of the 6th inning, Crawdads lead 1-0. Carson Timothy still on the hill. The right-hander's been great for Walnut Creek. He's retired 13 batters in a row, going back to the first inning with 5 strikeouts on his line as well. He'll face off against 8-9-1 of the Merchants here in the top of the 6th. Crawdads have a 1-0 lead, trying to keep it intact. It'll be Emmett Finney to lead things off. The righty hitting first baseman digs in. Here's the first pitch from Timothy. Fastball in there for a strike. Knee level, 90 miles an hour, 0-1. Finney was a strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. 3rd inning that saw Timothy strike out 2. His second offering on the 0-1, grounded foul left side. 0-2 quickly on Emmett Finney, the former Crawdad. Finney hitless in his last 3 games. Homered against the Crawdads on opening day. He's had mixed production ever since. Trying to be a big contributor. The 0-2 pitch from Timothy. Fouls it right side off the catcher's mask of Justice, and it ricochets into the Crawdad dugout. Count stays 0-2. O'Sullivan on deck as the Merchants only with 1 hit so far in this game. It was actually off the first pitch of the game. Dominic Nahar lined one out to deep left center field and got a double. But ever since, it's been hard work from Timothy to sit these guys down. He stares in for the 0-2, first base side of the rubber, now deals. Fastball outside, 1-2, as Finney takes wisely. Finney was a Crawdad in 2023, then a Menlo Park legend last year. The 1-2, fastball, strike three looking. Low and inside corner. Finney disagrees adamantly, but that's strikeout number 6 for Timothy. 1 out in the top of the 6th inning.
You know, I get why Finney is upset there and surprised, but that's a really great pitch from Carson Timothy. Just going inside, clips that inner third. He's been so hard to hit all game long.
He has. It's now 14 in a row sat down by Carson Timothy, as that brings up the righty hitter Brendan O'Sullivan. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out as Timothy delivers. Swing and a miss. Fastball low and away. 0-1. O'Sullivan, 22-year-old from Pleasanton, just down the freeway from here. Went to Amador Valley High School. The 0-1 from Timothy. Hits it on the ground over to shortstop. Lining our scoops, throws to first, in time to Taylor. 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
And when it has been a strikeout for Carson Timothy, it's been soft ground ball contact. Merchants have had a really hard time getting under anything besides Dominic Nahar.
He's induced 8 ground balls in this game, all resulting in outs. With 2 outs, that flips over the order to Dominic Nahar, the guy with the only hit so far for the Merchants. It was a double in the first inning. He digs out of the right side. The windup from Timothy. Half swing from Nahar, called the ball in the dirt. 1-0. Nahar has been Alameda's consistently best player this year, hitting .310, one of 3 players hitting .310 on the year. 4th in the CCL North in average. Has 35 hits. The 1-0 pitch from Timothy. Fastball in there for a strike, knee level, 1-1. Nahar has 12 hits against the Crawdads this year in 7 games. He's had a great showing against the Crawdads across the series. The 1-1 pitch from Timothy as Nahar lifts it out to shallow center field. It's going to drop in front of Trey Johnson for a base hit. Nahar has 2 base hits on the ball game, and he's aboard with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, got a jammer on the changeup inside from Carson Timothy, but gets enough of the barrel to it. Does a nice job bringing the hands forward, then the barrel, slaps it into center field.
The wind might have brought that one down a bit as Nahar's over at first. 2 outs for Jace Jeremiah. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Timothy going to the stretch for the first time since the first inning. Righty on righty matchup. Timothy trying to retire Jeremiah for the 3rd time. 22 RBIs on the year for Jeremiah. The first offering grounds it over to third base. Big hop for Calvillo. He'll throw to second. Not in time. Everyone's going to be safe as Calvillo tried to get the force at second base. And it's going to be a botched fielder's choice attempt for Cam Calvillo. 1st and 2nd, 2 outs.
It's a tough one there from Calvillo. Nahar is really, really fast on the base pass. Probably would have been better off just going across the diamond to first. Or, you know, Jeremiah's got speed as well, but at least he's a bit of an easier out.
Runners on 1st and 2nd. First time the Merchants have a runner in scoring position since the top of the 1st. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning for Jackson Nystrom as Timothy steps off upon the at-bat. Nystrom 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a strikeout. Timothy trying to get out of the trouble. His first offering in the dirt, bounces behind Zach Justice, and both runners advanced on the wild pitch. Be a 1-0 count after the ball. Now 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs.
Crawdads have to be really careful here. Timothy just needs to throw some strikes, try to get another soft ground ball because he can't risk any runs really coming across with a 1-0 lead.
Nystrom at the dish, a 1-0 count on him. He has 2 RBIs in his last 3 games. Also has hits in 3 of his last 4. And a big piece for him in the middle of the order. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Timothy has been going to that fastball all day. That time low in the zone, 1-1. Nystrom, a CCL All-Star. Really good player this year. The 1-1 pitch from Timothy. Another swing and a miss. 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball low in the dirt. But it swung on anyways, 1-2. Nystrom is playing his first game after a series of missed opportunities. He didn't play for 5 days in between July 19th and July 24th. So he's back in the order today, trying to make an impact. The 1-2 pitch from Timothy. Fastball, strike 3 looking. Outside corner, make that 7 Ks for Carson Timothy. He's through 6. It's 1-0 Crawdads as the Merchants get 2 on via a fielder's choice and a single. Will go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 1-0 Crawdads. It's a pitcher's duel in Danville. Crawdads lead 1-0 as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Tyson Pereira trying to get through 6. The right-hander's been good so far for Alameda, striking out 4 hitters to this point, but he doesn't have the lead. They trail 1-0 to Walnut Creek, as it'll be 9-1-2 due up for the men in black. Hunter Hirayama will lead things off. The right-handed hitting second baseman singled 2 innings ago, but he was caught stealing after the knock. Righty-on-righty matchup as Pereira looks in. Now winds and deals to Hirayama, who shows bunt, pulls it back, but it's called a strike. 0-1. Hirayama, a new addition to the Crawdads, a reinforcement, so to speak. He's only played in 3 games so far, has 2 hits to this point with his light blue bat. Man out of St. Mary's, the 0-1 pitch, as Hirayama hits it high up in the air, shallow left center field. It'll be the center fielder Nahar ranging to his right, makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. So that's now 5 in a row retired for Tyson Pereira as the lineup flips over to Ryan Ellis, guy who had the big knock back in the 1st inning. Double and later scored, the only run so far in this game. Ellis has been hot so far this week. Second by the active Crawdads, 19 RBIs. He's had extra base hits in now 4 games in a row. He digs out of the left batter's box. First offering from Pereira as Ellis cracks it high and deep out to straightaway center field. Nahar ranging toward the warning track. He'll make the catch just in front of the dirt for the second out of the bottom of the 6th.
Well struck off the bat of Ellis, but under it just a little too far. Once again, the Crawdads popping it up. They're a little bit on top of it. That might be gone.
Yeah, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, both flyouts to Dominic Nahar, who's a very good defender out in center field. So that brings up Cam Calvillo. Speaking of good defenders, he had a good play earlier, had one he'd like to forget last inning. But he digs out of the right side. 0 for 2, pair of flyouts to left. Crawdads with a 1-0 lead. They know they need insurance in a game like this. Feels like a must-win game with only 3 games left in the regular season. Righty-on-righty matchup. Here's the first delivery from Pereira. Fastball away, 1-0. Calvillo had an RBI single yesterday. He's been good defensively for the Crawdads. Didn't start the year at third base. Riley Leininger manned the hot corner, but since moved, they basically switched places. Short and third. The 1-0 as Calvillo cracks it to straightaway center field. Nahar ranging back, and a busy man out in center field. He makes all 3 catches, and that's now 6 straight flyouts for the Crawdads dating back to last inning. They get nothing in this inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning, 1-0 Walnut Creek. Top side of the 7th inning, Crawdads with a 1-0 lead. As the new pitcher, Edward Saeed, toes the rubber. Saeed has had an up and down year, started really hot for the Crawdads, but his ERA up to 4.09 after allowing 3 in only 2/3 of an inning against these very Merchants. 1-0 game in favor of Walnut Creek. The Aiden Tackless, Jack Bollinger, and Jerry Nix here in the top of the 7th. Right-hander Saeed now on the hill, relieving Carson Timothy, who was magnificent. Lefty hitter, righty pitcher. Here's the first offering from Saeed as Tackless lines one down to right center field, down for a base hit. He's into first with a single, and the first pitch from Saeed is a base hit.
Yeah, really good approach there from Tackless. Obviously was guessing at a pitch there, got the offering he wanted, bit of an off speed, and just drives it pull side.
So some early work for Saeed to do with a man on first. I'll bring up the lefty hitter, Jack Bollinger. One of only 2 lefties in this Merchants order. Bollinger 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Saeed out of the stretch. And it looks like a quick meeting already. Dustin Cheney, pitching coach, talking to Saeed after just 1 pitch. Micah Billings, the right-hander, already throwing in the bullpen for Walnut Creek.
Well, I think you kind of have to at this point, Casey. The leash needs to be really short on Saeed. This is a must-win game. The Crawdads are only up by 1. Alameda's pitching has been just as good, so the run support not there. You have to be flawless.
Absolutely is a must-win game. Alameda leads the season series 4-3. Crawdads have a game on them. But that might not matter if the Crawdads can't take care of business with only 3 games left to play. Cheney will return to the dugout. Saeed will stay on for now. He'll face Bollinger with the man on first, nobody out in the top of the 7th. 1-0 Crawdads. Each team with 3 base knocks to this point now. No batting gloves for Bollinger. He hits out of the left side. Merchants in their baby blue, or rather royal blue, alternate jerseys. The first offering, fastball high, 1-0. Bollinger got ejected this past week against the Crawdads, was chirping a little bit. But he's a big contributor for this Merchants team when he's on, despite missing some time. Throw over to first from Saeed. Runner back safely. Tackless with a bit of a lead. Crawdads have won back-to-back games after losing 2 consecutive games. They're 5-5 in their last 10. Feels like playoff baseball already. From the stretch, the 1-0 pitch from Saeed, as it's grounded foul right side by Bollinger. Count at 1-1. Mentioned Micah Billings, right-hander, already up and warming for the Crawdads in the bullpen. This is a game you're going to have to play some chess, only with a 1-run lead to this point. Crawdads want to keep that intact. Crawdads offense lit up yesterday. 10 runs. First time with double-digit runs in a while as Saeed looks over to first again and throws. Runner back safely. Count still 1-1 on Bollinger. Nobody out in the top of the 7th. Runner on first. Yesterday was the first time since July 13th the Crawdads had a multi-home run game. The 1-1 pitch as Bollinger skies it straight away center field, very high for Johnson. He takes steps to his right, makes the catch for out number 1 of the top of the 7th.
That's a good at-bat from Saeed on the hill. Just get some soft contact. It's okay if it's high in the air. You've got really good defensive outfield right now with Donnelly, Johnson, and Coupland. So now just have to try and limit the base runner and not allow any more right now.
1 out for Jerry Nix and a man on first. The right-handed hitting catcher 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. He wants to try to get Alameda back in this game. They're close but haven't been able to cross the plate yet. Saeed stares in from the stretch on the first base side. Now the pitch. Fastball just a bit outside, 1-0. 85-mile-an-hour pitch on the radar gun. Not quite the velocity Timothy had. Carson was topping at around 92 miles an hour. Tackless with a medium lead over at first. The 1-0 lead, runner goes. The pitch, called the ball. The throw to second from Justice. It's in time, but the ball gets out of the glove of the shortstop Leininger. And so the runner is safe. The throw was pinpoint perfect, but the runner is safe as that's a big free bag given up.
Absolutely. Justice did a really nice job, but unfortunately, Leininger had it in time, but tough play.
So now runner on second with only 1 out. 2-0 count on Nix, the right-handed hitting catcher in control. Saeed puts the glove up, now delivers as Nix hits it shallow right center field, down for a base hit. Here comes tackless round third. He's going to score without a throw to the plate, and that's a game-tying single for Jerry Nix. 1-1 ball game.
Yeah, that's exactly what you didn't want to happen for Walnut Creek. Obviously, the stolen bag is really what gets the run across, and a bit of a tough play out there in right for Donnelly. Ball took a weird hop. He overran it, had to go back. If it goes in the glove, there's a chance they can hold the runner tackless at third, but either way, Saeed with a bit of a tough outing, and I think his day is done.
Yeah, immediately head coach Brant Cummings coming out of the dugout for the Crawdads. He's going to likely take the ball from Saeed, who only faced 3 batters and got 1 out. That'll bring in likely Micah Billings. 1-1 ball game, 1 out in the top of the 7th. As that'll bring out, yes, Micah Billings will relieve Edward Saeed, who can only get 1 out in the top of the 7th. We'll step away for just a moment here in this exciting ball game, 1-1 between the Crawdads and the Merchants. Welcome back to the top of the 7th. The Merchants just tied the ball game after the RBI single from Jerry Nix. It'll be the new right-hander for the Crawdads, relieving Edward Saeed, who only went a third of an inning. Micah Billings, 20-year-old, 6'1", 205 pounds, out of Laney College. He's pitched to a 2 ERA this year, but notably, he does have a bunch of unearned runs this year. 9 to be exact, despite only giving up 2 earned runs. So he'll face Chase Ditmar. The righty third baseman digs in. Man at first is Nix. 1-1 ball game. 1 out, top of the 7th. First offering from Billings. Fastball in there for a strike. 85 on the dot. Low inside part of the zone. 0-1 on Ditmar. Man from Las Vegas originally. Certainly appreciating the cooler weather in the Bay Area this summer. The 0-1 from Billings. Breaking ball right down the middle. 74 miles an hour. 0-2. Bit of a 2-pitch mix for Billings. Fastball, slider. Talked to him before the season started. Keeps it simple out of Laney College. So he looks in for the sign. At the belt, now the 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 looking. Ditmar can't believe it, but that's a big out number 2 as Ditmar's frozen on 3 pitches.
Absolutely. Billings does a really nice job there. Like you mentioned, Casey, just a 2-pitch guy. A fastball and a bit of a slider curveball kind of mix. It depends what the shape is exactly on the spin rate, but either way, he's really effective out there on the mound with those 2.
Looking for another out here. 2 outs, top of the 7th for the righty hitter Emmett Finney. First offering, breaking ball inside, 1-0. Finney, a strikeout victim twice to Carson Timothy, both looking, so he's 0 for 2. Nix still over at first with a medium lead as Billings throws over to him immediately. Nix back in safely without a slide. Finney, a guy over at San Jose State. A lot of players on this Merchants team play there. The 1-0 pitch from Billings. High fastball taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Crawdads really want to win today. They want to win out if they can and clinch the playoffs. They do control their own destiny as of right now. The 2-0 pitch from Billings. Breaking ball in the dirt. Call the ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Finney in control on Micah Billings. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Merchants out hitting the Crawdads 4-3 in this 1-1 ball game. Billings stares in. Now the 3-0. Fastball bounces on the plate. Called a ball. So after striking out Ditmar, Finney is walked. It'll be first and second. 2 outs top of the 7th in this 1-1 game.
Yeah, that's the first true walk of the day, Casey. Billings, I guess, struggling to find the zone in that one. Nothing he was really comfortable with against the right-hander. Probably just needs to try and induce a soft ground ball like Carson Timothy was doing.
That's the first base on balls across both teams. There was a hit by pitch earlier in the game. That's the first one we've seen on 4 balls. So that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Brennan O'Sullivan. RBI chance for him. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Billings winds and deals. Breaking ball across the plate. In there for a strike, 0-1. O'Sullivan 0 for 2 today, a pair of ground outs, both to the left side of the infield. He's struggled a lot this season, only 1 hit on his year. Billings staring at second. Now back at the plate, the 0-1 pitch. As O'Sullivan skies it behind home plate. Justice chasing it, and he'll make the catch with his bare hand after it bounces off his glove. Wow, you don't see that every day. And that'll end the inning. So it doesn't always take your glove to make a catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Merchants get 1 run off 2 base hits and a walk, 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning, Casey Kasliner, Charlie Limoncelli taking you through all the action here in Danville. Crawdads and Merchants all tied up at 1. It's a pivotal part in this game as Tyson Pereira, the right-hander, tries to get through 7 innings for Alameda. He's done a good job so far. Gave up 1 earned run in the 1st inning, but that's all. It'll be Joey Donnelly, Zach Justice, Cam Taylor due up in this inning for the Crawdads. A pivotal stretch of baseball. Only 3 games left for Walnut Creek. They'd have to win out to clinch. Lefty hitter against the righty pitcher, the first offering from Pereira. Fastball down the middle, 0-1. Donnelly in a bit of a slump. He's 0 for 2 today. He's gone hitless in back-to-back games. It's the first time all year he's done so. Pereira out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball high, taken ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Donnelly still, despite slumping, has been the Crawdads' Lord and Savior this year. Snapped his 13-game on-base streak yesterday. Been very consistent this year. The 1-1 pitch as Donnelly lines it left center field. It's going to drop in the gap for a base hit. The wind pushing it back a little bit, but Donnelly's going to round around first. He'll get into second with a stand-up double, and that's how you break a slump.
Absolutely. Big slump buster for Joey Donnelly. Goes deep the other way into the warning track. The wind absolutely helped carry it, Casey, but that's a really nice adjustment for a guy who's been tweaking his swing throughout this entire slump to try to find something that works.
Nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning for Zach Justice with the runner in scoring position. Donnelly also has speed on the base paths. Pereira giving up his first hit since the 4th inning. He'd since retired 7 in a row. Right-handed hitting catcher Zach Justice digs in. The runner at second, nobody out. First offering to him, half swing, and the ball gets away. Throw over to third is Donnelly trying to take the base, and he'll be safe. It was a half swing from Zach Justice at the dish. TC Fairfield was asking if it was a foul ball or not. I certainly thought it was at the time.
I don't think so, Casey. I'm pretty sure it's just off the catcher's glove at this point, but umpires are going to confer and get on a consensus here.
While we wait, Justice is 1 for 2, singled in the fourth and struck out earlier in the game, back in the first. And it looks like, seeing some signals, it looks like it will be ruled a foul ball. So instead of a 1-0 count, it's an 0-1 count. And Donnelly will have to return to second. Still nobody out in the bottom of the seventh for Zach Justice.
Yeah, a bit of a tough break for the Crawdads, but Justice, obviously the one telling the dugout that it hit off of his bat. Either way, he's got some work to do. Does have a nice single already today, pull side into left field.
Pretty much everything he hits, pull side. He wants to be the hero for the Crawdads. 1-1 ball game. Pereira trying to get through 7. Donnelly with a big lead at second. Pereira kicks and deals the 0-1 as Justice lifts it the other way, foul out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Zach. He's playing his best baseball right now. Snapped his 3-game hit streak yesterday, but that 3-game hit streak was huge for him. Had a home run and a double over that stretch. Pereira stares in, ready for the 0-2. The wind picks up the pitch as Justice lines it. Shallow left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Donnelly had a late jump. He's into third base sliding. It's a single for Justice. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th inning.
He's really turned on the hit tool of late, Casey. That one jammed him in on the hands, but he does a nice job lifting it into left. Wind helps blow it down a little bit as well. And Donnelly also obviously thought Bollinger was going to get there. Otherwise, he probably would have scored.
That might do it for Tyson Pereira, who went 6+. As TC Fairfield, the head coach and the pitching coach for the Merchants, coming out to the mound. He'll call to the bullpen. It's going to be a right-hander. We'll have word on who that is in a moment. We'll step aside. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 ball game here in Danville. The new pitcher for the Merchants is Eric Diaz. The right-hander has had a very good year this year. 1.5 ERA in 9 appearances. Hasn't given up an earned run since June 20th against the Seagulls. Those are the only 2 earned runs he's given up. Cam Taylor at the dish, the lefty hitter against the righty. runners on the corners, nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Tied ball game at 1. Taylor struggled today. He's 0 for 2. Looking to get off the schneid against the new hurler. The first offering from Diaz, fastball in there for a strike. 88 miles an hour, 0-1. Diaz out of Long Beach State from Vacaville, California originally, just up I-80. 6 foot, 210-pound righty. Wants to save the day of Tyson Pereira. The 0-1 pitch to Taylor as he grounds it over to second base. O'Sullivan picks it up, throws to second for 1, back over to first. No throw, actually. Donnelly will come in to score, and the Crawdads retake the lead. It's 2-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Runner still on first.
Great piece of hitting from Cam Taylor. Just puts the ball in motion. I mean, either that or lifting it in the air to the outfield would have done the job. Crawdads get 1 back.
Yeah, the second baseman, or excuse me, Jeremiah, the shortstop, faked the throw to first. He knew the throw could be risky as it'll bring up the lefty hitter, Riley Leininger. Crawdads with a 2-1 lead. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Cam Taylor at first. He has the team lead for the stolen base lead as Leininger pops up the first pitch he sees. Left side, foul territory. Third baseman, Ditmar to make the catch. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th.
Looks like Leininger got a little bit over-aggressive there. Swung at the first pitch he saw. Didn't make great contact.
2 outs for Joe Coupland in the bottom of the 7th. Joe's had a very interesting season. Homered in the first game of the year, then had 2 homers yesterday. So his home run performance is kind of the bookends of his season. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for Joe Coupland, the righty hitter playing left field. Cam Taylor at first. Diaz nods to the sign. The first offering to Coupland. Breaking ball high part of the plate. 1-0. Called the ball. Coupland has 5 hits his last 4 games. Had 2 home runs yesterday, 1 to left center, 1 to right center. Really showed his pull side and opposite field pop. Back in the lineup today. Taylor at first. The 1-0 pitch from Diaz as Coupland grounds it left side of the infield. Picking it up is Jeremiah, the shortstop. Throw to first is up the line, and everyone's safe. Taylor advancing to third. He'll be in sliding. And the Crawdads continue the bottom of the 7th. There's going to be runners on the corners, 2 outs, and they still lead 2-1.
That's a great piece of hitting from Joe Coupland. Tough grab on the left side of the infield. In a couple other cases, probably threw for a base hit, but either way, infield single.
So it's a single for Coupland. That moves Cam Taylor to third as Diaz still working with some trouble. Runners on the corners once again for the Crawdads in this inning. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for the lefty hitter, Trey Johnson. Trey has gotten under a couple of pitches today, a fly out and a pop out. He had 2 hits yesterday. He's 14 RBIs on the year, wants to grab some more. Diaz's first offering, fastball in there for a strike. Around the knees, 0-1. Johnson's performance yesterday snapped a 3-game hitless streak. It's a big one in the 10-6 win over the Menlo Park Legends, team that the Crawdads have struggled against. The 0-1 pitch as Johnson grounds it over to second base. O'Sullivan picks it up, will flip to second for the force, and that'll end the inning. So the Crawdads get 1 run on 3 hits and 2 left on. We'll go to the top of the 8th, 2-1 Crawdads. Close ball game as we begin the top side of the 8th inning. Crawdads lead 2-1. Micah Billings still on the hill for Walnut Creek. He came in and got 2 outs last inning, trying to keep this 2-1 lead intact. Facing the top of the Merchants order, Dominic Nahar, Jace Jeremiah, Jackson Nystrom, the three-headed monster to headline the blue and gold. Righty on righty matchup as Nahar digs in against Billings, facing him for the first time. The windup, now the pitch from Billings. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Nahar has been Alameda's best hitter today. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Also struck out looking. The 0-1 pitch as he fouls it off the catcher Justice to the backstop. Quickly 0-2 on Nahar. Nahar's had a great season this year for Alameda. Can steal bases, can drive to the gap. Doesn't have any home runs though. The 0-2 pitch as he swings at an inside pitch, lifts it out to shallow left field. Bit of a run for Copeland. He'll make the catch. A weird type of fly ball that saw Nahar swing at one well inside. That would have been called a ball likely, but nonetheless, 1 out.
Yeah, good out. And a great play from Joe Copeland, really tested for the first time in left field. You know, he's been very solid in his 3 starts there.
Yeah, had to run to it quickly as that one just behind shortstop. That'll bring up Jace Jeremiah, the righty hitting shortstop. 0 for 3, grounded into a fielder's choice and a pair of flyouts. Righty on righty matchup. First offering from Billings. Breaking ball runs inside. Called a ball, 1-0. Jeremiah has a bright blue bat. Matches his blue Merchants uniform quite well. The 1-0 pitch from Billings. Swing and a miss. A late hack on the 74 mile an hour breaking ball high in the zone. 1-1. Jeremiah had a really good performance against the Crawdads this past week. Had 3 base hits in 5 attempts. The 1-1, breaking ball low and away, 2-1. And in that game, he had 2 RBIs. All 3 of his hits were singles. He leads the team in RBIs with 22. Also on a 3-game hit streak, in jeopardy of snapping it here today. He digs back in. Billings stares in on the 2-1. Nods to the catcher Justice. Now begins the windup. Kicks and deals the 2-1. Fastball rather, runs inside, 3-1. Billings walked a guy in the 7th. That was the only walk to this point for either team. Jeremiah, 3-1 count, his advantage. The pitch, low and in the zone. Low and out of the zone. Ball 4 on Jeremiah. Second walk issued by Billings. 1 out base runner via the walk here in the top of the 8th for Alameda.
Billings has been kind of up and down as here comes manager Brent Cummings for Walnut Creek.
Yeah, and there's lefty in the bullpen. It looks like Braden Barnes warming up. They'll likely go to him. Yes, they will. He's coming off the bullpen. So we'll step aside for a moment. The situation, 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. A man on first, Jeremiah for Alameda. It'll be Braden Barnes to stand in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Creek. One out in the top of the 8th for the Merchants. They have a man at first. They trail 2-1. The new Crawdad arm will be the lefty Braden Barnes, guy who has seen a lot of action this year for Walnut Creek. Really a shutdown guy in the later innings. 3.2 ERA with 33 strikeouts in 13 appearances across 19 2/3 innings. Strikes out a lot of guys. 2024 All-CCL reliever. So he'll face a 3-hole Jackson Nystrom, but he'll first throw over to first to check on Jace Jeremiah, who gets in back. Jeremiah got aboard via the Billings walk. Merchants trailed 2-1. Nystrom trying to get off his bad day so far. 0 for 2, another throwback over to first. And it looks like they're going to call a balk on Braden Barnes after the throw to first, and that's a free pass for Jeremiah, moving from first to second.
Interesting. I don't know if I quite agree with that one, but now Barnes probably just needs to focus on getting Nystrom out here.
Might have double clutched it. That takes away the double play opportunity. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Nystrom still waiting for his first offering. The pitch, breaking ball inside, taken for a ball, 1-0. Nystrom, mentioned, has struggled today. 2 strikeouts, was also hit by a pitch in the first. But the 2 strikeouts make him 0 for 2. He has an RBI opportunity, the 1-0. So he hits it high up in the air, the opposite way to right field. Donnelly chasing, and it's going to be out of play, bouncing in the Crawdads bullpen. 1-1. Head coach Brant Cummings, before the season started, said bringing in Barnes was kind of a no-brainer because they're familiar with him. They know his game. Didn't pitch much at Arizona State in 2025, but he'll go to New Mexico State this upcoming fall. We'll pitch for the Aggies. The 1-1 pitch from Barnes. Breaking ball low and away, 2-1. Nystrom has had a very good season for the Merchants. 2 RBIs in his last 3 games, hitting .310. One of 3 Merchants hitting exactly .310 on the year. One of them stands over at second base. Barnes, the 2-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, 3-1. Barnes struggling a little bit to find the zone after the balk. Jeremiah at second base. He has 12 stolen bags on the year. In 12 attempts, he has speed. Southpaw. Barnes trying to come back in this at-bat against the righty hitter Nystrom. Barnes comes set, looks in for the sign, now the 3-1. Fastball low and in the dirt. For ball 4, back-to-back walks issued out by the Crawdads. It's now first and second with only 1 out in the top of the 8th for Alameda.
Well, the positive here, Casey, is at least the ground ball double play is back online. They can get the force over to second, then go back to first for 1. And you have a left-handed advantage for tackless. So Barnes does have to really recover here, but not the worst situation in the world.
His next 2 innings, big for both teams. Merchants trail 1 game in the standings. First offering from Barnes to the lefty hitter, tackless inside ball. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-0. Team separated by 1 game, like I mentioned, but the Merchants with the season series lead 4-3. That's the first tiebreaker. Barnes looks in against the lefty. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, 2-0. Barnes still struggling with command after the walk. Hitters count. With Jeremiah on second, Nystrom on first. Barnes looks in with his glove tucked in. Now breathes the 2-0. Fastball finds the heart of the plate, 92 miles an hour, 2-1.
It's a good pitch there from Barnes. Got to locate a little more down there low in the zone.
Another low-scoring affair between these 2 sides. Crawdads won 4-2 2 days ago against these very Merchants. The 2-1 pitch as he hits it straight back to the mound. Barnes picks it up. He'll take the out at first, throwing to Taylor. Both runners advance. 2 outs, top of the 8th, second and third now.
It's a good soft ground ball induced there from Barnes on the slider. High chopper off the bat of tackless. Now another lefty matchup here with Bollinger. Just got to be careful, either a soft ground ball or a strikeout.
The other lefty hitter in this order, Bollinger, digs in with the go-ahead and tying runs on base right now. Nystrom at second, Jeremiah on third. Bollinger at the dish, he's 0 for 3. First offering as he hits it straight in the ground to second base. Siriyama scoops, throws to first in time. Side retired. So no runs on 2 walks, no errors, no hits. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads still lead 2-1. A critical final 2 innings here in Danville as we begin the bottom of the 8th. Crawdads with a 2-1 lead over the Merchants in a game that feels like a must-win for both sides. A 9-1-2 for Walnut Creek. Hunter Hirayama, Ryan Ellis, Cam Calvillo against the right-hander Eric Diaz, who's in his 2nd frame. Crawdads looking for their first home win in over 2 weeks. July 9th was the last time they won here at Monte Vista. They're in line to do it now, but only a 1-run lead. They want to add on as Hirayama digs in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Righty on righty matchup. Diaz comes set on the third base side of the rubber. He looks in, now fires. Fastball just a bit low, 86 miles an hour, 1-0. Hirayama, a new Crawdad, hitting under the Mendoza line, but still only in his 4th game as a Crawdad out of St. Mary's. It's a bright blue bat. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball again, that time in there for a strike, 87 miles an hour, 1-1 on Hirayama. He's the 4th St. Mary's Gale to play for the Crawdads in 2025. Played summer ball in Portland last year with the Pickles. The 1-1 pitch from Diaz. Fastball runs outside. Hirayama takes 2-1. Hunter has been very good for the Crawdads at second base as a defender. Made some really good sliding plays today, as well as some earlier in his tenure so far. Diaz waits, now the 2-1. As Hirayama hits it hard on the ground over to third base, Ditmar bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. A nice play by Ditmar.
Yeah, double clutched it a little bit in terms of it popped out of the glove, but a really nice recovery to get Hirayama, who's got speed.
Lineup flips over to Ryan Ellis with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Crawdads vying for some insurance in this 2-1 game. Ellis is a guy to turn to for that. He had a double in the 1st inning. He's since been retired twice. Had 6 RBIs in his last 3 games, including 3 yesterday. He digs out of the left side. Diaz waits, now the pitch. Fastball away, 1-0. Ellis had his best year with the Crawdads in 2022. Hit .356 with 58 hits, 20 stolen bags. He's another former St. Mary's Gale, just like Hirayama. 1-0 pitch on him, here it comes. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Diaz searching for consistent command. Came in for Pereira last inning and gave up a run. Crawdads with the lead. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball runs inside, 2-1 on Ellis. A lot of heaters so far.
Yeah, that's been the primary offering from Diaz, and it's worked for the most part. Hasn't gone to the off-speed stuff much.
Diaz comes set. Now the windup, the 2-1. Ellis half swing, pitch. Appeal over to third. They say it's a ball. 3-1. Ellis trying to work a good at-bat. He has 19 walks on the year. That's the upper echelon of Crawdads players so far this year. So he waits for the 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. And that one runs inside, fastball middle frame, and that's his 20th walk of the year. It's a 1-out base runner for Cam Calvillo coming up now in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Ellis has such a mature approach, Casey. He's never really going to swing if it's not close, and he knows that working a walk is better than trying to drive something when you don't really have any good pitches to hit.
He's over at first now for Cam Calvillo. Cam has flied out 3 times. He's 0 for 3 as he digs out of the right side. An RBI single yesterday, another good defender for the Crawdads. Team that's struggled with finding consistent players slotting in defensively in their respective positions. Calvillo's been a really good hot corner. The first pitch from Diaz, fastball outside, 1-0. Cam's hit yesterday, broke up back-to-back games without a hit. Had a couple of good performances against the Stompers earlier in July. Wants to heat up again. Diaz from the stretch deals the 1-0. Fastball high, back pick over to first. As Ellis back in safely, sliding headfirst. 2-0 on Calvillo. Crawdads have struggled at home. Mentioned haven't won in quite some time here at Monte Vista. They really have to win at least 2 of their next 3 games, including today, if they want to have a playoff spot. Winning out would be the ideal. 2-0 as Calvillo fouls it out of play right side, 2-1. Crawdads' 10-run performance yesterday was their first double-digit run performance since that win, July 9th. So when they score double-digit runs at home, good things happen for them. Likely not going to today, but it's a small ball game. 2-1 in favor of Walnut Creek here in the later innings. Man on first, the 2-1 pitch. Diaz can't find a strike. High breaking ball, 3-1. Calvillo's another guy with a good eye. It was a late addition to the Crawdads. He has 10 walks on the year to only 3 strikeouts. Throw over to first from Diaz to check on Ellis. Nothing doing. Diaz only the second pitcher of the afternoon for the Merchants. Pereira went 6 innings. They want some good stuff from their reliever. The 3-1 runner goes, fouled straight back. Ellis will have to return to first, and the count runs full on Calvillo with 1 out in the bottom of the first, or bottom of the 8th.
It's the right idea there from Ellis. Try and get a nice jump, which he did. Unfortunately, Calvillo didn't put it in play, but he stays alive.
Crawdads want to extend this inning as long as they can. Joey Donnelly's next. Full count coming up on Cam Calvillo. Guy with 1 home run on the year. Got that last week as Diaz steps off. Cleans off the mound a bit with his cleats. Calvillo 8 RBIs on the year. Off that 1 homer, 3 doubles, 17 base knocks total. Diaz, third base side of the rubber. He throws back to first. Ellis back in without a slide. Ellis, maybe a threat to go, but a guy who has struggled with knee problems this season. Not a guy who's run maybe his hardest because he isn't capable of it. The 3-2 as Calvillo hits it out to straightaway center field. Nahar ranging back. He'll make the catch. Gliding to his left for the 2nd out of the bottom of the 8th.
Right idea there from Calvillo. He's been putting the ball well into the air each of his 4 at-bats today, but just unlucky. The wind has kept everything in the ballpark, and the defense has been pretty good from Alameda.
It's now 4 flyouts for Cam Calvillo as that brings up Joey Donnelly. Donnelly 1 for 3. Has an RBI, a strikeout, and a double. The RBI came on a ground out. So he digs out of the left side against Diaz. Ellis over at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Diaz comes set, trying to end the inning for the Merchants. The first offering to Donnelly, hit the other way out to deep left field. Bollinger going back towards the track. He'll make the catch just in front of the wall. So the Crawdads get no runs on a walk and 3 retired. We'll go to the top of the 9th inning, 2-1, Walnut Creek. Crawdads are 3 outs away from a tough win, but they're going to have to sit down 6, 7, 8 here in the top of the 9th inning. Start out with Jerry Nix to dig in. He's 1 for 3, had an RBI single 2 innings ago. Braden Barnes still on the hill for the Crawdads, looking for a 5-out save after retiring 2 in the 8th. Lefty pitcher, righty hitter. The first offering Nix as he lines it the other way, foul out of play. 0-1. Nix, one of a few catchers on this team, has 3 hits in 5 games, 2 RBIs. Under the Mendoza line, though. When hitless yesterday, the 0-1. He grounds it straight up the middle. High hopper over for Leininger. Picks it up, throws to first in time. First out of the top of the 9th is a 6-3 putout.
That's 3 ground balls induced by Braden Barnes. Really hasn't relied on the strikeout stuff today, but he's still great nonetheless.
Crawdads now 2 outs away from a critical win. They want to gain another game on the Merchants. They would by winning today. That'll bring up Chase Ditmar. He's 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out. So he digs out of the right side. The first offering from Barnes. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Barnes trying to do what he's done best for the Crawdads, and that's come in late opportunities and get stuff done. The 1-0 pitch is lined the other way out to straightaway center field. Donnelly ranging back with a few steps. He makes the catch. 2 outs, top of the 9th.
Another really good pitch from Braden Barnes. He's just throwing it over the plate, which is exactly what you need to do right now against the Merchants. Let them try and get hits. His stuff moves a lot. He's hard to get hits off of.
The last chance for the Merchants is Emmett Finney. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts as he digs out of the right side. The former Crawdad digs in, trying to extend the game for the Merchants, who trail 2-1. First offering from Barnes. Half swing, but he went around. 0-1 on the low breaking ball.
Nice sword there from Barnes. Slider inside, jams him.
Finney struggled as of late, hitless his last 3 games. That extends to today so far. The second offering on the 0-1. Outside, curveball that time, 1-1. Finney homered against the Crawdads on opening day. Would love to find that power here. Merchants down to their final out. Crawdads looking to potentially move into first place in the CCL North. That could be done today. The 1-1 breaking ball finds the heart of the plate. 1-2. Barnes 1 strike away from the 5-out save. Crawdads looking for the win. Barnes comes set out of the windup. First base side, now the 1-2. As Finney hits it out to straightaway right field. Donnelly takes 2 steps, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Crawdads win 2-1, and they still control their own destiny. Looking forward to the playoffs. A big win for Walnut Creek. Braden Barnes gets the save, tallying 5 outs down the stretch. The winning pitcher, Micah Billings, who came in for relief. But how about Carson Timothy, Charlie?
Carson Timothy was absolutely nails today, Casey. 6 innings pitched, just 2 hits allowed. No runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. I mean, the longest outing, I should say, in his summer league career here today. And he got the tone right. The rest of the bullpen carried suit. Edward Said with the lone hiccup for Walnut Creek. But after that, Billings got the job done. After he got some base runners on, Barnes came in and was shut down. This is a complete game for Walnut Creek. They've shown, Casey, that they can win tight games, which is exactly what you need to do in the playoffs. This was a perfect showing.
Absolutely. Tyson Pereira is the losing pitcher. Kind of an unlucky loss for him after getting through plenty of innings. But that'll just about do it. Crawdads stay alive in the race. They're very much in the thick of it. They win 2-1 over the Merchants in this low-scoring affair that only took about 2 hours. We'll be back in action tomorrow against Menlo Park here at the very same place, Monte Vista Field, as the Crawdads look for another big win, as they've won now 3 straight down the stretch. Crawdads won't go away. Casey Kasliner, Charlie Limoncelli, we thank you for this really great game of baseball, and we'll see you tomorrow, same place, same time.